In a tranquil mountain village lived a young man named Kenji, known for his restless mind. Struggling to find peace, Kenji longed for serenity amid his chaotic thoughts. Hearing about a wise monk in a nearby temple, Kenji decided to seek his guidance. Despite the treacherous journey with steep, winding paths, Kenji's determination drove him forward. After days of arduous travel, he reached the temple and was welcomed by the serene old monk. "I have come seeking guidance," Kenji said, bowing respectfully to the monk. "I wish to quiet my mind and find peace within myself. Can you teach me?" The old monk smiled knowingly and gestured for Kenji to sit beside him. "Quieting the mind is not a task to be accomplished with force or haste," he said gently. "It is a gradual process that requires patience, discipline, and self-reflection. Are you willing to embark on this journey?" Kenji nodded eagerly, his heart filled with hope. And so, under the guidance of the old monk, Kenji began his training. The first lesson the monk taught Kenji was the art of mindfulness. He instructed Kenji to sit quietly by a flowing stream and observe the water without judgment or analysis. At first, Kenji found it difficult to keep his mind from wandering, but with practice, he began to notice the intricate patterns of the water, the way it flowed effortlessly over rocks and around obstacles. As Kenji deepened his practice of mindfulness, he realized that the thoughts in his mind were like the rushing currents of the stream. They came and went, sometimes gentle and calm, other times turbulent and chaotic. He learned to observe his thoughts without getting caught up in them, simply allowing them to pass through his awareness like leaves floating down the stream. The second lesson the old monk taught Kenji was the art of letting go. They climbed to the top of the mountain, where the monk led Kenji to a beautiful garden filled with vibrant flowers and lush greenery. In the center of the garden stood a magnificent cherry blossom tree, its branches swaying gently in the breeze. "Observe the tree," the monk instructed Kenji. "Notice how it stands tall and proud, yet remains flexible, bending with the wind. Learn from the tree and practice the art of letting go." Kenji watched as the cherry blossom tree gracefully surrendered its blossoms to the wind, releasing them one by one. He realized that holding on to thoughts and attachments only caused suffering and prevented him from finding inner peace. With each falling blossom, Kenji felt a sense of release, as if a weight had been lifted from his shoulders. As Kenji continued his training, he encountered many challenges along the way. Sometimes his mind would become overwhelmed with worries and fears, but the old monk always offered gentle guidance and reminders to return to the present moment. One day, as Kenji sat in meditation, a powerful storm swept through the mountains. Thunder rolled, and the rain poured down relentlessly. Kenji felt a surge of panic rise within him, his mind becoming a whirlwind of fear and anxiety. He rushed to the old monk, seeking solace and guidance. The old monk welcomed Kenji with a calm smile, unfazed by the storm raging outside. He motioned for Kenji to join him in the meditation hall and instructed him to sit in stillness despite the chaos around them. As Kenji closed his eyes and focused on his breath, the old monk began to speak softly, his words carrying the weight of profound wisdom. "Embrace the storm within you, just as nature embraces the storms that pass through," the old monk said. "Observe the tempest of thoughts and emotions without resistance, without judgment. Allow them to arise and subside like the passing storm." Kenji took in the monk's words, slowly realizing that the key to quieting his mind was not to suppress or escape his thoughts, but to acknowledge and accept them fully. He understood that true peace could only be found by being present in the midst of the storms, within and without. Kenji diligently practiced the teachings of the old monk for months, finding solace in the simplicity of each moment. As time passed, his mind became more tranquil, and the constant chatter of worries diminished. He learned to recognize his thoughts as fleeting phenomena, cultivating a deep presence that allowed thoughts to arise and dissolve naturally. One day, the old monk approached Kenji during meditation, saying, "The true essence of emptiness lies not in the absence of thoughts, but in the awareness beyond them." Kenji understood that quieting the mind meant cultivating spaciousness and presence. Returning to his village, Kenji became a source of inspiration, sharing teachings of mindfulness and inner peace. Reflecting on his journey beneath a cherry blossom tree, Kenji realized that quieting the mind was a lifelong dance of surrender and acceptance. His story spread, reminding others of their own power to find inner peace.